Who was your second team player to talk about from today, Zach?
Well, I hope I'm not picking. I hope I'm not stealing your thunder here. But Moro Ojomo.
You are, but that's okay. That's good.
It means we're both watching the same practice. Yeah.
And by the way, Moro Ojomo, a holdover member of the core four of the Bo Wolf Camp Crushers from last year.
Well, I mean, first off, when you pick 4 of 90, your odds of hitting are much better.
Yeah, but if you go 4 for 4, it's not about getting one. I mean, that's one of them, Reed Blankenship, the starting safety for the second year in a row. Yeah. The other, Tanner McKee, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. The third, Moro Ojomo, popping, as we're talking about. And the fourth, Christian Ellis, getting reps with the ones for the Patriots.
With the Patriots.
They're going to have a better defense than the Eagles.
You think so?
I do.
Okay. So, yeah, Moro Ojomo, man, he is a presence in the middle of that line today. He penetrated. There was one splash play.
He blew up a run play.
Where he was just sitting in the backfield. But there were times when, I was watching from behind the end zone, and he kept writing down 97, right?
Yeah, he's had a really good, last 5 practices or whatever. Yeah. No, he's looked awesome. And what is interesting from a macro perspective that I'm starting to think about is, Ojomo has looked awesome. But we've also seen pops from Thomas Booker and PJ Mustapher has had a little bit of juice. The second and third team defensive tackles have all looked pretty good.
Maybe
the more we see that, is that a reflection of the interior offensive line depth not being so great? Maybe. But I think actually that the Ojomo play from today, the big one, was against the starters.
Sure.
So that was, I think he has looked very good.
Let me ask you this. Does Moro Ojomo factor into your Milton Williams long-term evaluation? Because, like we talked about, if you pay Milton Williams, you're going to pay Jalen Carter one day. We'll see about Jordan Davis. We don't quite know yet about Jordan Davis, but I imagine Jordan Davis is on the team year 4, potentially year 5, and we'll see about thereafter. Different types of players, but when they drafted Moro Ojomo, one thing we said is potential Milton Williams replacement in terms of the athletic profile, the way he plays. And so you wonder, if he is good, do you let Williams walk at the end of the season, and then Ojomo moves up the depth chart?
It's an interesting fallback. I don't think it should factor into whether they want to bring back Milton Williams or not, because if you just think about the timing of it,
sure.
If you're signing Milton Williams to an extension, most likely there's 2 years of real guarantees in there, and then year 3 is something you could potentially get out of, and those 2 years would be the last 2 years of Ojomo's rookie contract as a 6th-round pick, so it's not prohibitive in any way, and you probably want to keep those guys fresh. So I think it's fine, but it is also nice that if Ojomo pops, then maybe it's not as burdensome if you lose Milton Williams.
And this, by the way, is also why, in late rounds, we always talk about draft on upside, right? Use rookie free agency for the solid player who might be able to help. Now, if there's someone as young as Ojomo with those athletic traits, even if it's a position where you theoretically have a crowded depth chart, or there's not a path to playing time, never think about plugging needs in the 6th round or 7th round.
Right.
Think about, all right, who's a good upside swing? Because Ojomo, when they drafted him last year, you weren't wow, the Eagles need another defensive tackle. But now you're sitting here and you're saying this is a better situation than if they had drafted a running back last year who didn't have upside or something like that.
We all silly like the mayor.